This is a Fender Power Chorus guitar amplifier that needs some love and attention to get back into shape. So let's get into it. Since the volume potentiometer is broken, we need to replace it. To get to it, we need to remove the amplifier part from the casing. It is held in place by 4 screws on the top and 2 on the sides. We need to disconnect the speakers and the reverb unit, and then we can get it out. Now we need to remove the PCB from the metal casing to be able to desolder the broken potentiometer and solder in a new one. We need to remove all the knobs and the hex nuts. This is a bit of work, but it will not only release the PCB from the casing, it gives us the most satisfying clean of the front panel ever. With all the knobs out of the way, we can easily remove years of grime from that front plate. Instead of using a connector, Fender decided to solder the wire to the reverb unit straight onto the board, so we have to desolder that. A few screws that hold in the board, and it's loose. This extra board is again not connected using a connector, but soldered straight onto the main PCB, so we carefully pack that in kitchen paper and stick it to the board to prevent any damage. We need to disconnect the many wires from the transformer, marking every single one of them to make sure we can put them back where they belong after the repair. Now we can slide out the board and desolder the damaged potentiometer. Please check out this Hakko desoldering gun in my affiliate links. This thing makes desoldering a breeze. It turns out to be a C50K, which is not a regular potentiometer. But I found an amazing store in Poland called Amptone that has many original spare parts in stock for a very reasonable price. They kindly provided me with the promotion code below, and you will get a 5% discount if you use that to order from them. They ship fast, and as you will see when the package arrives, they provide excellent service and quality. I will not get a commission from them, so all the profits go to you as a token of appreciation for watching my video. You would help me for free by pressing the subscribe button if you already haven't. After ordering a new potentiometer at amptone.pl, we have a few days to tackle the other parts of the amplifier that need a bit of attention. First we take a brush and a vacuum cleaner to remove the dust and cobwebs from the inside of the amp. Some of the toe legs detached from the casing, so I used some special contact cement glue to stick the toe legs back to the wood. It's a matter of applying the glue on both the toe legs and the wood. Let it dry for half an hour and press it together. That looks like new again. To clean the casing, I'm using 303 products, which are linked below as well. This 303 interior cleaner makes quick work of cleaning the outside of the casing with a brush and a wipe down with a microfiber towel. We remove the scandal wax with a heat gun set on low and a bit of kitchen paper. The real magic is done with this amazing 303 aerospace protectant. Apply it, wipe with a dry microfiber towel, and this 30 years old amp looks like new again. This stuff is magic. Check the link below to get your own bottle. You will not regret it, I promise. Let's do the very satisfying clean of the front panel. I use some regular kitchen cleaner and finish it with our trusty 303 aerospace protectant to make it look amazing. The speakers are quite dusty, so we clean those as well with a brush and a vacuum cleaner. To make the front look its best, we remove the Fender logo and the Power Chorus label. Then we use this fabric cleaner and a brush to carefully rub it into the fabric. We wipe it with a microfiber towel and I use my Bissell Spot Clean Professional to remove all the residual cleaner. If you are interested in getting a Bissell Spot Clean Professional yourself, please check the link below. You can use it to clean carpets, fabric or furniture, your car seats, curtains and speaker grills. It's a very affordable, very versatile piece of equipment. With the money you'll save on dry cleaning, this machine pays for itself in no time. To remove the candle wax, we put some kitchen paper under the cloth and carefully heat it up using a heat gun. As soon as it melts, the wax is nicely absorbed by the kitchen paper. The white paint on the Power Chorus logo flaked off a bit, so we'll use a white marker to touch it up. There, that looks the part again. In the meantime, the potentiometer arrived from Amptone, and as you can see, it is immaculately packaged, all the way from Poland in just a few days. Great! Soldering the potentiometer is a breeze, because it is a perfect fit. Now we need a knob. They are not available anywhere, but what I did find was a site on which 3D printable models are sold, and someone created a model for exactly this knob. I bought the model, uploaded it to my 3D printer, and watch how this knob is created out of thin air. This is great. We use our white marker to create the line, and we can adjust our volume again. Now that all the potentiometers and sockets are easily accessible, I'll spray them with a bit of contact cleaner. Now that the work is done, let's put everything back together. Replace the PCB in its casing. The PCB screws. Reattach all the power supply connectors. The hex nuts of the potentiometers. Resolder the reverb wires. Reinstall the secondary PCB. Put the amplifier part back into the casing. Reinstall the speakers. Connect the speakers. Connect the reverb unit. Put the clean front back in, which is held in place by Velcro. And now we can do the final test. Great! That's the clean channel with the reverb and the chorus. And the overdrive channel works as well. It was a bit of work, but definitely worth it. This amp has at least a few extra decades in it. And after that, there is this handy little video on YouTube that shows how to revive it again. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out those links below. You will support my channel at no extra cost to you. Even just browsing the links will be much appreciated. But I'm quite sure you will not regret buying yourself a bottle of 303 Aerospace Protectant or the Bissell Spot Clean Professional. I hope you will join me in the next video. Bye then!